Hi everybody, I'm Lawrencia and you're watching After the Storm, here with a very special guest, Tomorrow. How are you?
I'm well. How you doing?
I'm good. I'm excited to sit down and talk to you.
I'm happy to be here. Happy to talk to you.
So first I want to start off with, I know what your name means, but there might be some people that just see TMRW and be like, huh? So explain to us kind of, the meaning of your name.
My name is Tomorrow. Over the years, Tomorrow's become a multitude of different meanings, the brand, it means hope, you know what I'm saying? To me especially, tomorrow's always coming. It's some shit you can't get away from. You can have the worst day ever, and you can be like, damn, today was so awful, but you already know tomorrow is right there. So to me, outside of it being my name, like I said, it stands for hope, stands for positivity.
Yeah, cool. Okay, because when I first heard of it before I looked into you, I was kind of like, maybe he's saying he's like ahead of his time a little bit.
Something like that. Something like that. A little bit of that too.
Okay, so going into your background, you did grow up in Memphis, right?
Yeah, I'm born and raised.
Okay, so with Memphis having such, a big musical history, how did that kind of shape, who you are as an artist?
It's like walking around in a candy shop for a kid like me. You kind of able to make like a musical gumbo growing up here. A lot of different stories, a lot of history, a lot of different kinds of history that spread across multiple genres, multiple generations of people, and millions of people while at it. So for me, I can have my earliest memories, with my family, my parents, on Beale Street, hearing the blues bands and almost to a sense of it becoming, a normality of hearing blues music. And I remember 3 6 Mafia when Hustle and Flow came out, and I thought that's just what it was like everywhere else in the world. So it definitely shaped me, and it gave me pride, just like it gave a lot of folks pride.
For sure. When did you first realize that you had a gift for music?
Different people would give you different answers. My mom would say it's a 5th grade talent show, where I did Michael Jackson.
Everybody loves it. I feel like everybody has such a fascination with Michael Jackson when they're young.
Yeah, that's what Mom would say. I would say probably like a 7th grade talent show, somewhere in there. I think I got like 3rd place. I had the people, but I didn't get that win in 1st place, so it just kind of stuck with me. But it made me want to keep doing it. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. How would you kind of describe like your music and your sound? Like if somebody was to hear a song by Tomorrow, like what's the feeling that you kind of want to invoke in them?
The feeling that I want to invoke, I say Tomorrow is like going on a journey. Every project, every installment is a different story. You're able to leave behind every problem, every situation that you may have, or some things you might want to deal with. But it allows you to kind of just let it all go. If you speak English, great. If you don't, that's fine too. Music doesn't have a language, and I think Tomorrow, especially being from Memphis, is just the perfect example or introduction to the new generation of R&B, especially coming from here.
Okay. Do you feel like you pull more from like older artists, or do you think that you kind of lean more into like what's happening today? Because I know one of your songs samples Usher, and so I was just wondering.
I'm inspired by artists from every generation of music. Like my father is like a music connoisseur. So when I tell you, like, I love the Temptations, I love the Jacksons, I love New Edition, I love Stevie Wonder, I love David Ruffin, Jodeci, R. Kelly. All for different reasons. Of course, you got, Usher, and then you get into your newer age. Man, you couldn't get me off of Chris Brown when I was young. So just all those things, they shape you. And then looking at it, I kind of look at Tomorrow as like all these different people had a baby. You know what I'm saying?
Into one.
And that's exactly what Tomorrow is. So sometimes I'm up there moving around like Bobby. Other times I'm being charismatic with the audience like Usher, and just taking them somewhere. So it just depends, but at different times you see different strokes of, who my influences are.
Yeah, and you mentioned a lot of greats in that, and they're from all over. I feel like a lot of people have been having the conversation lately of R&B being dead, not just like nationally, but also it's been a recent conversation in Memphis. So, what are your thoughts on people feeling like the Memphis scene has like no R&B in it?
It's a lot of R&B in Memphis. Of course, I'm the founder of a concert series called Unapologetically Unplugged. It's actually an R&B concert series that is curated and created to introduce R&B artists like myself and probably about 20 other artists per show. I say about 40 artists total to market the people that came just to see them.
Yeah.
I mean, I got a story that there was some young ladies that drove from like Oklahoma City, and then another set of young ladies that drove from Clarksdale just because they saw it on TV, not a particular artist, but just to digest it, just because of that need. So, you know, when I saw what I saw about, you know, the statement, I smiled. You know what I'm saying? You know what you know, you see what you see. But then at the same time, I say something to everybody around me. It's not a moment. None of these things are just one moment. It's a build-up that looks like a moment to some folks. And everybody finds this thing out at different times.
Yeah.
You know, so it really just made me smile because I thought, man, they just don't know yet.
Yeah, y'all gonna see. Y'all gonna find out.
And if I may not be your favorite artist, it might be a Tim Walker or a Demi Lovato or a Reggie Edwards. You just never know.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's my take on Memphis R&B is dead. I think I'm sitting right here.
I was gonna ask you about Unapologetically Unplugged. So what has it been like curating that? Like, what was the moment where you were like, okay, this is it. Like, I gotta start this because y'all doing too much. I'm gonna show y'all. What kind of started that up?
It began so genuine. I moved to Atlanta right after I finished high school. Like, I'm 28, so I finished school 2015. I left Memphis right in the top of 2016. I spent like 7 years in Atlanta and did a lot of songwriting and things of that nature. And I came back home right after COVID and started looking for places to perform. And it's a ton of things for, you know, open mics and cover songs and things of that nature. But I did a lot of that, you know, in Atlanta. I did a lot of showcases. I did a lot of open mics. I did a lot of going and doing cover spots. And there's a difference between, you know, a singer and an artist and an artist and a star and a star and a superstar and a superstar to a legend and a legend to an icon. And there's different levels to those things, and there's different platforms that at least I feel like I introduced to create those platforms. So when you look at it Unapologetically Unplugged, it's there to introduce stars.
Yeah.
And for Memphis to be historically what it's been to the modern day American music industry, I just felt like it was something that's missing. And everybody got something to say about Memphis.
Yeah.
What's wrong with it, you know, why they don't want to be here. But my whole thing is, you can't say much if you ain't doing or putting in the 2 cents about it. So I was like, man, if I'm going to be here, I'm going to go ahead and do something to add my little 2 cents in as a native.
I love that. Leave your legacy a little bit. I want to go back and ask what kind of triggered your move to Atlanta?
I got a call. I got a call one day. I was probably like 16. It was actually a DM, and it was a gentleman named Verdell V. Script Muller. So, some people watching the interview may know him. At this point, he's an executive songwriter, Grammy Award winning songwriter, also Billboard charting. One of my first mentors, and he found this video of me singing, and he's like, hey, I'm a 2-time Billboard songwriter. I want to work with you. And Memphis got a lot of history, but it don't got a lot of people. And at this point, man, he had just moved to Atlanta from what I understood, and we got on the phone and we talked for hours. And when he gets done, I'm like, all right, cool, but you got to talk to my mom. You know, so we get on the we get on the phone with mom. You know, by this time I made it home from school, and they talked for a couple hours, and it began so genuine again. Just, man, I just want him to come out to Atlanta and we record some songs and just see how it goes. And did that. I mean, my parents would drive me to Atlanta like every other weekend, like, and we listened to Usher Confessions and Jodeci albums and R. Kelly albums, and we do that Friday, Saturday. We get there Friday, go to the studio Saturday, stay there Sunday, get back Sunday night, go to school. After a while, I had turned 17, so my senior year, I take the bus out there.
Yeah.
I leave school, get out of school about 2 o'clock. I had my class would be done about 12, so I try to leave school early as possible, make the bus, get to Atlanta. I'm in the studio as soon as I get to Atlanta. Friday night, I'm in there till the sun come up.
Wow.
Get up 9 or 10 o'clock, back in the studio at 5, same thing. And shit, I'm there till it's time to get back on the bus at midnight. I get to Memphis, 5, 6 o'clock in the morning. I'm at school at 7:15, 7:30, and we bust that shit just like that. And I moved probably about 6 months after I finished school, but that's how I got in the game.
Wow, that takes a lot of discipline, a lot of consistency. I feel like people compare Memphis and Atlanta a lot. With your experience of being down there and being here, what would you say is like the biggest difference between like the R&B scene in Atlanta versus in Memphis?
It's a lot of saturation in Memphis. I mean, not in Memphis. I'm sorry, in Atlanta. It's a different kind of saturation in Memphis, but it's like more so like hip hop. You know what I'm saying? When you look at R&B, it's a lot of R&B artists, but it's different kinds. You know, like I'm more of a contemporary R&B. And then you got like this kind of eclectic house music style that some artists have, you know, where their voices are really big and the music just moves you. And then you got some people that's kind of like got like this house environment, house feel type of style. Some people are more like rappy type of thing. So it's just kind of like a melting pot, so to speak. When you look at somewhere like Atlanta, you got all these people from everywhere in the world just trying stuff out, you know what I'm saying? But that's really what the music industry is like. Man, I tell anybody, this is the hardest business to make it in. The artist's #1 job is to make the people around you believe, you know what I'm saying? Because all you got to do is pay a couple bucks and you can release songs on DSPs. So it's so much deeper than that, you know what I'm saying? And when you look at bigger markets, especially somewhere like in Atlanta or in LA, it's a lot of combing through, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of people well off would tell you, man, I get tons of DMs. And I know the hard part probably about this shit be like, it's so many people that ain't on shit, you know what I'm saying? So they kind of be like the tough part. So I be like, fuck, man, open my DM, man. Like, but I get that, you know.
Yeah. For sure. Going back to Memphis, I saw that you had performed for the Grizzlies. So what was that experience like? How did that come about, and how did it make you feel being in front of the home crowd?
Man, that was a full circle moment. My first concert was at the Forum. It was the OMG tour with Usher, who I love, man. Trey Songz on the Passion, Pain, and Pleasure, and Miguel. That's his first album. All I Want Is You. Excuse me. All I Want Is You. And it was a Christmas gift. Again, my mama, my parents going crazy for me. And I love that. Being back in that arena, not that I haven't been there, I've been to Grizz games and, you know, shit like that, but being there in the capacity that ultimately, you know, redirected my life. Most people would be like, man, I started making music when I started singing when I was 2 or 1. Man, I didn't start singing until I was like 13, 12. I was old as fuck trying to start to get in. You know what I'm saying? So, but it was that moment. Like Michael Jackson made me love music, but Usher made me want to be an artist. You know what I'm saying? So all that taking place in this city, in that building, being at the Forum, like I said, it was just a full circle moment. You know, a lot of people, they don't get to do a lot of the things that some of us, a lot of us, you know, we might take for granted the further we go in our careers. And that just made me feel like I was a 11 to 12-year-old boy all over again, just getting to go up there and do what he always loved to do.
Yeah, I love that. I also wanted to ask, who do you think, or who would you say are some like Memphis artists that you would love to collaborate with?
Memphis artists I'd love to collaborate with, man. K. Michelle, man. That'd be so hard,
She coming out with her country album soon, I believe.
Yeah, absolutely. She has an amazing voice. I'm a huge fan of singers. I sit at the Unapologetically Unplugged, and I run out there like, is this so and so? I gotta hear my shit, man. So yeah, man, I came and share.
For sure. And these are just a couple of random questions that I have for you. Outside of music, what would you say is something that people like might not expect to know about you?
Man, I love jokes.
Love cracking them. Love hearing
I
them.
love cracking them. I love hearing them. If I couldn't sing, I'd probably be a stand-up. And I absolutely love to cook.
Okay. What's your favorite thing to prepare?
My favorite thing to prepare, it depends on the day of the week. We talking a Friday night fish fry. We talking about a sexy Saturday night.
Tuesday.
Taco Tuesday. You know, it just kind of depends. I say if it's a Friday night, I gotta have some catfish. If it's a sexy Saturday, I gotta go crazy with the homemade. I can't say Alfredo because I make my sauce from scratch.
Okay.
I don't play like that. You know.
Real.
Now, you know, if it's a cool Sunday, I might fry some wings, you know, put some hot wings together. I like to make my sauce from scratch. It just depends on the day, man. It just depends.
I got you. Who taught you how to cook?
I learned how to cook from my family, like just watching my mom, my dad, my grandmother. And a lot of the times I just might say, why you doing this or why you doing that? Then I go try stuff.
Ask questions.
Yeah.
Okay. And also, what would you say is like your dream stage? Like if you could wake up and perform somewhere tomorrow, where would tomorrow be tomorrow?
A dream stage. Man, the Super Bowl.
I had a feeling you were going to say that.
Yeah, the Super Bowl. That's what tomorrow is.
For sure. So what can we expect from you? What's next? What's more to come?
So in the moment, it'll be out by the time this come out. You can find it everywhere. Other than that, got more Unapologetically Unplugged. We got a new concert series called Hustle and Flows. Go follow both of those pages. Working with a couple new artists that are also moving around in the city. So got some dope collabs coming out, and even more projects from tomorrow. Look out for the deluxe of In the Moment. And like I said, In the Moment, in stores now.
For sure. And let everybody know where they can follow you on your personal platforms.
You can find me everywhere at The Real TMRW. I heard it was a couple guys with my name, man.
It is. You know how hard it was to find you on Apple Music?
It hurt my feelings, man. I'm working it out, but you can find me everywhere. The Real TMRW. On the DSPs, just all capital letters, TMRW. I'm right there.
For sure.
If you don't feel good, it probably ain't. No, I'm just playing, man.
Got you. For sure, this was a great talk. I'm excited for everything that you have in store. Sounds good. All right, everybody. I'm Lawrencia, and this has been After the Storm.